Welcome back to my channel, and in this video, I want to share an idea with you that can potentially help you make $10,000 from investing. So if you have been following me for a while, you'll know that I mainly focus on investments that get 30% return. And if you want to make $10,000 from the stock market, then you need to invest in one company with $30,000 times 30% equals $10,000. So I think that would be a pretty attractive experiment and proposition for you. So I think that's why I'm sharing an idea that we generated within Investing Accelerator with you. So you can decide whether you want to partake in it or not. Now, of course, when you're investing, you need to figure out your risk management strategy, your entry, exits, and so on. So you still need to do that yourself. You still need to look at your portfolio and see whether it is worth it or it makes sense to allocate 30,000 into this specific stock pick. So you can watch the rest of this video first, and then you can decide this for yourself. So when it comes to this video, I am a CPA. I do understand the fundamentals and the technicals of the companies I'm investing in. But when you are investing, make sure you do your own research as well. So then you are confident and you have the conviction when it comes to investing in any stock picks you find on the internet, really. So make sure you do your own research, and if you end up receiving some success from this video, then give me a like and leave a comment below so I know that you benefited from it. So let's dive in and figure out what this stock pick is and whether it is a good buy. So before I analyze this stock pick, I want to first go through the typical research process we have in Investing Accelerator, because we focus a lot on having the complete picture. So when you are learning investing online, sometimes people just focus on one specific segment of the analysis. So for example, technical analysis. But in Investing Accelerator, we look at technical, we look at fundamental, we look at news, we look at products, we look at the company strategy and management as well. So it's important to have the entire picture in mind and not just looking very narrowly at technical analysis, because that would be the incomplete picture. So here's how I think about Disney. When you're looking to invest in Disney, you know that this is a blue chip company. So that means it's safer than other companies like new IPO, high tech, which is currently down at the moment, penny stocks. So Disney is a blue chip company, right? I think we all know Disney, Marvel, Pixar. So the business model itself is fairly resilient, and you would consider it to be safe investments comparable to Google, Procter & Gamble, Amazon, like those big names up there. So, okay, if you know the company itself is good, then it's a matter of price, timing, and patience. So when you're looking at the chart, this is the technical analysis template I use. If you are looking to use this template as well, I teach you how to set it up in the free chart course. So right now, you can see that Disney used to be almost $200 up here. So this is back in early 2021. So that is the high price. And it has dropped approximately 40%, almost 50% now, but 40 something percent at around $130. So if you are buying at this price, and let's say you invest $30,000, then making 30% return approximately will get you $10,000. So that means if you look at Disney, $130, going to $170, that will net you 30%. So you can see that, it is quite possible for Disney to go up to $170 in the next 12 months. So even if you are not using a complicated option strategy, you're just using shares to buy and hold, that will already get you 30%. So if I want to be very accurate about it, I can take 130 times 1.3, then $169 is exactly the price you will get 30%, which you can see on the chart is actually quite reasonable and achievable as well. Now, when you're looking to enter into Disney in the coming months, try to enter between $110 to $135. So I still think that there's some room for Disney to go down when you're looking at the macroeconomic environment, like the war, interest rate increasing, so on and so forth. So then you do want to save some money to have the opportunity to average down to such a great company. And if you are able to get in lower, then of course the price for you to get 30% will also be sooner as well. So it's a pretty straightforward buy and hold play. Now, when it comes to investing, a lot of people think that I use options a lot, which I do, whether it is for long-term investing or monthly passive income. And I think something I want to clarify is that there are instances where you can just use shares to make 30% when there is enough discount. So I think it's important to keep an open mind, and you want to use the least amounts of leverage and the least amounts of risk to get to 30% return. So you don't want to fall into the trap of thinking that you need to take the maximum amount of risk for the maximum reward, because based on my experience, it's not about taking the most risk. It's about taking the least amount of risk to get to 30% return, which is already an amazing return. And that is a combination of patience, research, and the price you're able to enter, and your exit strategy as well. Now, another thing I want to note here is that when you are looking to enter into a stock, you don't want to go all in from day one unless you're very confident and you know something will be happening soon that you don't want to miss out. So rarely I enter my VOLT position in one go. In fact, I actually separate my positions over weeks or months to enter into it. So then there's more room for me to adjust the purchase price. And this allows me to get an average price if the stock goes against me. So when you're investing, it's important to not lock into yourself saying that I'm entering today is $130. That's it. That's not how I think about investing. It's more like, okay, I'm going to enter my first position at 130 and I'm going to see where the price can take us. And if there is a more discounted price and I continue to think this company would do well, then I'm able to buy at a cheaper price. So if you have that mindset to start with, then you wouldn't enter everything in the very beginning, because then you're leaving no room for flexibility. So that's why earlier I said, when you're planning to enter into Disney, I think as long as you're able to enter somewhere between 110 to 135, that is a pretty good area. So you don't need to enter your full position at 130. Of course, if you do want to, that's fine, as long as you have the patience to wait for the next 12 to 18 months for Disney to grow. Because when you're investing today, you're not going to make profit today. You got to think of yourself like a farmer. You need to let time to grow your crops so then you harvest them at the right time. And a lot of people try to plant a seed into your garden and trying to see a flower blooming the next day. And that's really not how investing works, which is why in Investing Accelerator, we stress a lot on patience. We want to wait for the investments to grow, because in the future, we know that it will be different than today. So when you are entering right now, as I'm recording this video, I think I'm still early. I think there's still room for Disney to drop. So then if it suddenly go against you to 120 to 110, you're not going to panic, because I'm telling you right now, try to enter at 120, 110, and 130. So then, yeah, you're not going to come to my channel and start complaining, oh, Eric, I invested in this stock and I started losing money. What's wrong? Because I'm telling you today that you should be prepared to average down. And if you are able to get a cheaper price and it gets to $170, then you'll be making more than 30% return, which is fantastic. So once you have your position fully entered, of course, you should pay attention to the market, manage your position, and try to exit at 170 or higher. So then that is patience. So at that point, what you need to focus on is patience. So in Investing Accelerator, it is a 4 to 6 weeks coaching program where I teach you the entire investing strategy. So when you join the program, you'll first go through the online video lessons. So you'll learn how to analyze the technical, which we just did for Disney, fundamental, and other analysis in the program as well. So then you get the full picture. And you'll also learn how to multiply your profit using stock options. or you can create a monthly passive income stream if you want to from Disney. So in the program, you'll learn how to use both strategies, because when you're looking to grow your portfolio, yes, you need long-term investing, but more importantly, you also need to learn how to generate monthly passive income as well. Because if you're looking to pay for expenses like mortgage, utilities, car payments, student loans, or whatnot, you need that predictable income to pay for the expenses. So by having two strategies, that's really all you need when it comes to investing. So once you learn the strategy after a month and a half, then you'll be ready to find your first investment. So at that point, there are weekly group coaching calls where if you send me a stock idea, I'll analyze it for you to see if there's anything you're missing in your analysis. If you don't have a stock idea, then of course, you can just watch latest weekly group coaching call where I gathered a stock pick from myself and other students as well. So then you can just watch the latest weekly group coaching call for the latest ideas. And in terms of the format of the program, it is a lifetime membership. So it is ongoing. So that means once you learn the strategy, then it's just a matter of stock pick, getting in, getting out, how you allocate your portfolio, and what are the major events, macroeconomic events and company-specific events that are leading to discounted opportunities in the market. So there's also a Facebook community as well, where you can see how other students are investing as well. So if you're having some questions, other students might have the same questions as well. So in terms of the price of the program, it is a lifetime membership. When you join the program, you have access to everything. And the price for Investing Accelerator is $7,000. So if you end up making 30% on Disney, then yes, you can pay for the tuition using the gains from the market. So basically the stock market pay for your tuition to join Investing Accelerator. So that is pretty straightforward. And if you end up making a profit, let me know. And I want to see that in the comments, and perhaps give me a like for this video as well. So personally, I do have a position in Disney. I'm just starting to allocate some funds into Disney. So I'm building up my position within the next 4 to 8 weeks. So there's actually plenty of time to get into Disney, and I think it's going to be interesting. And if you want to be part of Investing Accelerator, then there is a link below this video that you can schedule a free strategy session with my team or myself. So if that is something that interests you, then you can schedule a call. I'll look at your portfolio as well and give you some comments, answer any remaining questions you have, and accept you into the program. When you're thinking about investing, it's really about long-term ownership. So you want to invest in stocks that you want to own long-term. And Disney is definitely one of the stocks that I want to own long-term. So even if Disney today drops to 120, 130, I know I wouldn't panic, because this is a company I like. And I'm planning to go to Disneyland one day. So then if investing in this stock pays for my entire trip, then that's even better. And when you're investing, you do need patience, because obviously Disney is not going to be at 170 tomorrow. It will take some time to get there. And you can work on other stuff like your full-time job, taking care of your kids, like taking care of my kid. And you'll eventually get there, because you know that Disney is going to be growing year after year. There's new movies coming out. Parks are reopening. Like Disney parks are actually full right now if you go to the one in California. So there's a lot of demand that is pent up from the pandemic that is being released right now. And I bet your friends are probably traveling now in the post-COVID world, so that demand is coming back as well. So those are some of the key growth drivers why you would think Disney will continue to go up, which is great. Another thing I want to mention is really the volatility of the market. So right now, the market is quite uncertain. We all agree that in Q1 2022, S&P 500 is actually down 5% so far. If you can't take the volatility, then just try not to look at the portfolio that closely, like a couple times a day. Just let the market breathe and give it some room. For Disney, if you look at the chart, like how I teach you, you can easily see that it will go plus or minus 10% very easily. So you need to have that emotional resilience to hold on to Disney until it reaches 30% for you. So if you are looking to reduce taxes, then of course you can use your retirement accounts to invest in Disney. If you are in the United States, then make sure you follow the tax rule of holding onto it for 1 year and 1 day. Now, if you exit earlier and you're able to maximize profits, I think that's fine. But tax consideration, it's also something we talk about in Investing Accelerator, whether you're generating a monthly passive income or long-term investing as well. Okay, one more thing. So when you're looking at Disney, right, I'm going to try to enter a good chunk of my portfolio before April 30th. So I think when you're looking at the market, obviously there's a lot of uncertainty in April. I'll try to enter majority of my position before April 30th, unless there's something unexpected that happened. So that's why you need to track the market, maybe like an hour a week to 2 hours a week to know what's going on. So that's probably all the time you need to track the market anyways, because you have a full-time job and you're busy, and I used to have a full-time job and I was busy as well. So yeah, I'll try to enter before April 30th. That's kind of my deadline for entering Disney. Like if it goes too high, then I probably wouldn't be chasing it. So for example, if it goes past $145, then I wouldn't be entering anymore. I'll just let it go up to 170 to get my 30% or more. So like I said, using shares alone is enough. In Investing Accelerator, I do teach options which allow you to multiply the return. So that's definitely like a boost in terms of your return. So you can imagine you're driving a car and you press on the gas pedal to go faster. So that's what option is. But you need to be right, and you need to have a very sound strategy. And if you do end up making $10,000 from Disney by investing $30,000 or more, then let me know. I'll be very happy for you. And that's what this video is about. And if you like this kind of video, then make sure you leave a comment down below as well.